Would you tell us your name?
I'm Brenda Reeder.
I'm Gloria Reeder, Brenda's mother.
Oh, mother, I thought you were sisters.
Oh,
Good one.
Yeah.
You win today.
Yeah.
Number one.
And what have you brought to the harvest today?
We have brought some information about the 28th Guard Division that came out of Milton in 1951. We also have information on the Gresh Hotel, which was a hotel and bar in Milton. It belonged to my great-grandparents, my mom's grandparents, who came over from Poland.
When they were 15 years old, 16.
Right.
And why did you decide to bring these items to today's event?
Well, we came last year and we thought it was a great event, and it's important to keep all this history of Milton, I feel, and some of the people that know all this history go and don't pass it on, so we'd like to pass this on for future generations.
And how are these items acquired into the family? And is there any stories about them?
Everything was passed down, really. This information on the Guard, of course, my mom and dad kept all these years, and the information on the Gresh House was passed down from her grandparents, right, to her parents.
How do these items connect to Milton history?
Well, the National Guard was federalized for the Korean War in 1951, I think,
Yes.
51. And my husband was in the National Guard. So we have pictures. This is his uniform, his winter uniform. And we have pictures where the band is marching down the street and taking the soldiers to the railroad down to Harrisburg, where they will be inducted into the Army and then put on a ship eventually and sent to Germany. It was the Korean War, but he was in the German occupation for a year.
Sent to U.S. Army and Europe Command. Do you know where he was exactly sent? The main one in
He was in Germany.
Germany.
Yeah, he was in Germany, and I'm trying to think where Munich, near, close to Munich.
Yeah, I was in the U.S. now, so Munich.
They went by ship and came home by ship,
Yes.
and he didn't get sick. One of a few. It was winter time, and the seas were rough.
And for people unfamiliar with Milton watching this recording, what does your item tell them about your town?
Well, the story of the Gresh House is definitely how immigrants came to this country to make a better life for themselves, and they did, and the generations have stayed here in Milton, so that tells that story.
Grandpa had a sister that lived here, and I guess you have to have a sponsor when you come from another country. And Grandma came with her family, and they were married over here then.
And I think
They were like 16 years old.
And I think the story of the Guardsmen tells that local people wanted to be involved and decided to sign up for the Guard, and they all traveled, and they all knew each other, and they were friends, and love of country.
And is the Gresh House still standing today?
Yes.
Continuing its same operations as it has at the time?
No.
No, doing
It's a
something.
private residence actually now, I believe.
What was it doing at the time in, let's say, 1951?
1951, was it still in operation in
Oh, yes,
1951?
because my grandfather sold it to his son-in-law, and he operated it until he passed. Well, he decided to retire, and Huffman's took it over.
Yes.
And I don't
It
know.
became Scooty's place,
Yeah.
maybe in the 80s.
And when he passed away, I don't know that his children kept it going very long after that. So I think it's standing, but I don't think it's operational as a hotel.
I think it's a private residence.
Yeah.
It was a hotel, but now it's private residence. Do you know who lives there?
Don't know.
Fascinating. Any final thoughts for anyone watching this interview?
I don't think so. Any final thoughts for anybody watching the interview?
No, I can't think of anything. Although my grandfather came to this country because they were going to conscript the Polish men into the Russian army, and that's why he came to the United States, because he wanted to be free. And they were taking over Poland. And
When was this? Around before World War II or around World War One?
it was,
When did they immigrate?
it had been in the 1800s, late 1800s, because my dad was born in this country in 1903. So it was the late 1800s that they came over.
19th century.